Yo guys, what is happening among my Global Games, and welcome to another episode of the Minecraft Let's Build a City series. So today we're looking at how to build this modern mansion. This house turned out really cool overall. It's 2 stories and total features of white and gray color palette and has a lot of really awesome features. So I think without any further ado, let's just jump right into the build. So to start today's build, we're going to be using white concrete, gray concrete, clay, and then black stained glass. Hopping into things here, this is a modern house, which is like one of my favorite types of houses that you can build. I want to start off here though with one big window that goes all the way up. It's just going to be a 3 wide window here, but we're going to go all the way up amongst both stories. So if we're calling them 4 block high ceilings, we'll say that would be the first intermission area, or wherever the first floor would end. And then we have another 3. We'll go just 3 blocks for the top story, I guess, just like that. Anyway, that would represent the first story of the house. Then I want to come back 1 here, but I'm actually going to go out 1 when I reach this next story, or out 2 blocks on that technically, which will bring us to our next part here. This is like a little bit of a bump out on the build. Nice little 3x3 square there as we bump out of the building, and we're going to come back on that as well. And we're just going to fill this in for right now. We might do something else with it later. I think we're just going to leave it filled in though, like so. And then this will just be like a big bump out that comes out of the build like so. And then we're going to be coming down here and completing the wall. So far, pretty cool. That could actually be like a bungalow in itself, but nevertheless, we'll move on. We're gonna make this thing like a pretty big house. Not like a super big house, but a decent sized house. So here's where I want the front entrance to be, and I've kind of thought of maybe doing something like this for it, having a entrance right here, and then again some columns like that, and this would wrap around the front entrance, kind of making a big grand thing. We'll see if this turns out though, but nevertheless, we'll go like this, right across, connecting those guys up. Then we're going to join this guy right here, and we're going to come right across. These will now come up like so, joining across like that, making for a pretty cool looking shape here. And then the front entrance would actually go in here with another sort of circular design around it like so. That's where your door would be. And then we'll do some sort of interesting window here. I'm not sure if it would go maybe like this. All right, so that's going to do it for this section. Now I want to come off of there actually with a 5 block section starting right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, no, 7 block section. We're going to go like that, and it's going to be pretty big. And the reason I'm doing this, I'm going to go down 1 block first of all. But the reason I'm doing this is for the garage, and I think it will turn out actually pretty cool. We're going to come all the way down the ground on that section like so. We're going to go along like this, and we're going to build basically just a big checkered pattern. But halfway up the checker pattern, I actually want to come out a little bit and continue the checker pattern, but going up like this. Just so it lines up with that bit right there. It might add for another little interesting shape. Or maybe we'll make that a window, actually. That's what we're going to do. We'll make that a window here, because obviously there'll be an upstairs unit to the garage. And then down here will be the checker pattern on the side wall. Just so then, the garage has its privacy. I'm going to put windows in here for sure. But just to make it so it's not just one big window looking at the garage. That's looking pretty cool already, in my opinion. Now I want to go along here, outline the entire thing in a gray block like so. I think this just adds a little bit more detail to the build, as well as just, I don't know, it looks cool. So we're going to go along like so, which also adds quite a bit there. It's kind of looking funky. It's kind of looking cool. I'm liking it. On the side here is where we're going to have our garages. The garages are going to be 5 blocks wide. So they're going to go something like that. Did I count those right? I think so. And they will come back like so. And we'll actually make it all just one big garage on the inside. I don't know why I put a wall here. But anyway, it's going to look like that. Looking pretty good so far. So that's where the garage will go. We're going to come off the garage here with a 3 block little wide section right here. This would probably be an entrance into the driveway here, as we will probably extend the driveway so it comes out to here. So I'll give you 5 blocks, or sorry, we just make it to there. So we'll outline the driveway like so, and that will give you lots of room for a actual like driveway bit there. Okay, so this little driveway bit is actually just going to come along like so, and then there's going to be another section up here. This is going to be a balcony. And then we will go along up here and add in some other windows. So just bring this up 3 blocks like that. And then right there again. Now for above the garage, we're going to be going with a 3 wide pattern like so. Then we're going to come back 1, do another 3 wide pattern like so. Then out 1 and then another 3 wide pattern. Kind of adding just some differentiations above the garage. We'll do a little bit more of our checker pattern right here. It's not going to be exactly symmetrical, but it will just kind of tie in the whole garage aesthetic. Come along with a balcony there and a balcony right here, just so I don't forget. And now we're going to go along here and move on to the back. Backside's going to come out with another bump out section right here. It's going to look something like this. And then we're going to come down and mimic the other side to make it symmetrical. So we're going to come like so. This will be a balcony. And then we will go ahead here and, oh no, actually don't frame that in then. We'll frame it in around here. All right, so again, we're just mimicking the other side on this side of the build, and it's going to look just like that. Now along the outside here, we're going to come up with another line with 2 sections of 3 wide. And then we're going to just come along here and finish it. So we are left with a 4 wide section here. So there's one way that we can solve this, which would actually be to just either put it in the middle, or we could also put this back a block and make it a 2 wide section, just like so. Or the real way that we want to solve it, if we just want to use all 3 wides, to do one like this, and then connect it into here somehow. Oh, I'm not doing this very well. There we go, like that. But that looks a little goofy in this case, so I'm just going to put it up as a 2 wide section going all the way up. We'll do something interesting there, maybe a full glass thing, or a full glass window. And then we'll go along here and make these ones just the normal ones. These ones actually we should cut down like this, just to make it look a little bit more interesting. We'll put some gray along this one, just like this. There we go. That kind of looks a little bit more funky. The other ones will stay up at the normal height for the second floor. And this one we said we were going to do a full window in actually, so let's go along and do that. And then this final one here, I'm trying to decide if I want to do a full window in it as well, because this will be a full window anyway. Yeah, we'll do a full window in there as well. So we'll bring this one all the way up with the black stained glass. All right, that's pretty straightforward. Now I'm going to go along and basically just fill in all the windows. Let's just fly around though real quick in case you guys missed any of these sections and you want to take a quick pause and check them out. But this is basically the design of the house. Obviously still needs a lot of work, and I'll do another fly around at the end because I know this is a little bit more of a complex build, but I'm thinking it's looking pretty good so far. Once we get the thing wrapped around the ceiling and all the windows in place, it'll look even better, I'm hoping. So we'll give that all a shot, but for right now, let me go ahead and put all the windows in. So I just wanted to pause real quick and show what I did on this side of the house because I'm kind of undecided as to what I was going to do for the roof. Obviously, we went down 1 block here, which brought this window to 2 blocks high. No big deal. But I had to figure out a way to keep in here the 3 blocks high. Otherwise, I thought it would look a little bit strange. So I went ahead and I added this gray layer. I tried to do it just on both sides here with an overhang over these 2 windows. But then the balcony looked kind of strange. So then I tried to do some cool outlines like with these spruce maybe tied in like so. But then it kind of looked weird. Actually, this doesn't look too bad now that it's all done up. Kind of looks cool. I don't know, but then I just went ahead and did the entire thing with gray concrete like so, with the quartz going all the way back, which I think actually kind of fixed the whole thing. So this entire section right here is gonna have to be a gray ceiling, and then the rest of it we're gonna switch over to the white concrete. Anyway, I put these little awnings over the garage. Not sure if I should connect them or not. No, I think that kind of makes it look strange, so we'll leave those as just awnings over the garage. I think I'm gonna leave these off though, just because it looks a little bit more simple, which is what we're going for. There we go. So that's going to be the one side of the house, kind of interesting. It doesn't necessarily tie in amazingly with this, but I think once we get this gray layer on... Oh, I didn't even think about this. Yeah, I think I'm about to leave the gray layer right there, and we'll pick it up right here, I suppose. Yeah, that area got a little bit tricky, but nevertheless, I think it looks good now with the gray layer connecting up to this one like so. Not sure if we should go one more in on either side. No, now it's looking a little weird. Okay, so we'll leave it like that, and I think that will do the job for us here. Then we'll go up 1 block here, kind of making a cool shape on this side. I actually quite like that. And then we'll go along here and finish it off. Yeah, one thing to note when you're building these modern houses is that it always poses a challenge to drop a block by 1 or, to change the actual height. I love the look of it though, so I always love to do it. But just keep that in mind. If you're ever going and doing a lot of height changes and whatnot, it does make it a little bit more challenging for your build. Anyway, I've got most of the windows in now. I haven't finished them off yet, but I'm actually going to go ahead and here and do the roof real quick. I'm just going to fill in some of these blocks here so we can get a square. Awesome. So I got that now, and we're just going to go for white concrete, and bam, all good. All right, now it's just a matter of filling in all the rest of the windows for this build. I'm going on these ones in the corner now, and I will see you when I'm all done. I'm waiting for the day when they add concrete stairs. That would add or solve most of my problems here. Nevertheless, we've got all the windows in now. Everything's basically good to go. So what I want to do now, since again we don't do interiors on this channel. Oh, I missed one. I missed a couple. My bad. And I missed some doors. I missed lots of doors. Hold on. All right, sorry, got those all finished. What I want to do now, though, is just do a little bit of landscaping around the property. I don't usually do too much of this, and I probably won't do too much of it here. But I'm just going to skip through it because I'm not sure if you guys are really interested in that kind of stuff. But I'm going to go along here and add a nice little driveway in, just somewhere, to park some cars. We'll bring this out to the road. And then I will also probably do a couple trees and maybe a fence. And I think that'll be it. And then we'll see how the house looks when it's all finished. All right, I actually opted out against the fence because for the sake of the video, I wanted to be able to get thumbnails of the house. I want to be able to do another flyby with you guys so you guys can see what the heck's going on, and that just kind of started to block off the entire thing, so I took down what I had and I just left it as is. But I'll go ahead and definitely do that at some point, but just not today. I did do a little bit of a column here. I think these columns actually look pretty cool. And then I did a nice little fence here. This is the driveway that I put up, has the 2 garages obviously. Oh, I'm missing the door. There we go. And then it kind of curves down. You could probably park a couple cars in the driveway and in the garage as well in real life. But then it's got this nice little walkway up into the front door, which is also missing. There we go. And I also did a couple of different cool things here. I did this landscaping pattern, which you can do on all your grass in Minecraft. It's basically when you just do every other block as dark green wool, and then it kind of looks like a very well manicured or taken care of lawn. I didn't do the entire property yet, but I did a little bit of it. and it's looking pretty good. Also, I have one tree for a little bit of aesthetic, why not? But that's pretty much the house, guys. I'll do one more flyby here as we kind of wrap up the video. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you have suggestions for any other future builds you want to see, definitely let me know. But I'm really happy with how this one turned out. I think it turned out awesome. Anyway, I'll leave it there. If you guys did enjoy the video, please don't forget to go below, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys all in the next build.